Welcome back to TMZ Sports. Mike and Renee in the house, and it is time to run and gun with Renee Montgomery, which you know is my favorite part of the show. You got to be able to laugh at yourself, Renee, and that's what Dennis Schroder is doing. Obviously, we talked about this. A lot of people talked about this, especially Twitter. Turned down a 4-year, $84 million deal from the Lakers last year. Well, the big offer, unfortunately for Dennis, never came this offseason. Signed a 1-year, $5.9 million contract with the Boston Celtics, and he left almost $80 million on the table. Well, yesterday was Dennis's birthday, and for his birthday, I guess he decided to kind of let people have a little fun with his situation. So Dennis, posting in front of the Bugatti there and the Rolls Royce, so he's not doing too bad for himself. He says this, Renee, he goes, "I'm going to do this one time. Insert your best fumbled the bag joke here. It's my birthday, so let's get this over with and get back to business. Like J. Cole said, some bleeps make millions, other bleeps make memes." And I like this. Dennis Schroder laughing at himself.
No, I love that because you know what? At the end of the day, the internet is going to do what the internet does. There's been players that got crossed up and it turns into a meme, even though you tripped over your own foot. The internet doesn't care about anything. So it's best to just laugh with the internet is what I'm saying. And he's doing that. He's like, all right, I get it. I fumbled the bag. Let's get it out so that I can get back to my regularly scheduled program. Newsflash, though, that might not happen the same way Nate Robinson will always think of him with Jake Paul. I know everything else he's done, but it's always going to be attached. But, yeah, let's get past it. I feel him.
Yeah, I do, too. And I like that he was in front of those really expensive cars, just reminding people, right, it's funny when $5.9 million sounds like a bad deal. That shows you how well NBA players are paid. So shout out to Dennis Schroder for doing that. All right, Renee, let's move on to the Mountain. Hafthor Bjornsson. I know you are a big Game of Thrones fan.
Yes.
The Mountain, of course, had a really memorable, a bunch of memorable scenes, but a really memorable scene on the show. Also, is a 4-time Arnold Strongman Classic winner, is the world's strongest man, and he's just a giant human being. So when he competed in Strongman, Thor was about 6'9", 450 pounds. Well, he retired from that sport. So Thor dropped about 130 pounds, Renee. Look at him, the picture on the right there. He at that size, at 6'9", 330 pounds to have abs. The guy is 330 pounds of muscle. It's incredible. So he is actually boxing this world-famous arm wrestler, an arm wrestler that actually beat him a couple years back, and they are going to step in the boxing ring and have a celebrity boxing match Saturday night. I'm interested to watch because he is just such a massive man. It's got to be fun to watch someone like that.
Absolutely. I'm interested to watch. And for him to transform his body like that, that's not easy at all because that's a whole different type of training. Like whatever training he was used to, it was for bulk. You could see it wasn't for definition. And he switched the whole thing up and started to define his abs, his traps, his arms. So good on him, first of all, for transforming his body. And yeah, I'm interested to see that fight. Big Game of Thrones fan, as you talked about. So I love when those big guys just keep transforming like Mark Henry style where you're in wrestling and then you're an Olympian and you're just doing everything. So I love that.
I agree. I think the biggest misconception with a lot of these big guys who are athletes is that they're not in good shape or they're not good actual athletes, and that could not be more further from the truth. From Mark Henry to Thor, these guys are crazy great athletes. So it'd be interesting to see. We'll let you know what happens with that boxing match on Monday. Now let's move on to what we'll call the knockout of the week. It was brutal. It was involving a guy named Charlie Radke, and he flatlined another fighter named Brandon Lopez. This went down at Cage Fury 100 Thursday night. Watch this one. It is scary.
Good shot that he landed. We'd like to go back and land another one of those.
Yeah, and conversely...
Oh,
that's
the
it.
left hand dropped him. Cold. That was it. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, out cold, Renee.
Wow. I mean, that's scary. Thank goodness the ref was on his job because, like, when he got hit, he was already out cold when he hit the mat. There's nothing you could, good shot, clean shot. This is the thing about boxing, martial arts, all of it. If I get hit like that, it's over. I'm done with the whole sport. Like, that is crazy, but dope knockout by him.
Yeah, I know you always say it. That's why you don't play boxing and MMA.
It.
There's the example right there.